Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday English with Jake and Nina. I'm Jake, here with my fantastic co-host Nina. How's it going, Nina?
Hey, Jake. I'm all good and super excited for today's episode. We're diving into one of my favorite topics, daily English conversation practice. You ready to help our listeners level up their speaking confidence?
Oh, absolutely. This is the bread and butter of language learning, right? And honestly, it's something I wish I'd focused on sooner when I learned Spanish. There's just something magical about practicing real-life conversations, even if you stumble a bit at first.
For sure. I always tell my students, don't aim for perfect, aim for brave. But let's be honest, Jake. What's the biggest hurdle people face when they try to practice English daily?
Great question. The biggest hurdle is usually fear of making mistakes, sounding silly, or being judged. But here's the twist. Mistakes are like little stepping stones. Each time you mess up, you're actually one step closer to fluency. I remember trying to order coffee in Paris and ending up with a croissant I didn't want just because I mixed up my words. But hey, I learned and now I never forget un café, s'il vous plaît.
Oh my gosh, yes. Mistakes make the best stories. So, for someone who's a bit shy or maybe doesn't have English speaking friends, what's a simple way to start practicing daily?
Start small and start solo. Talk to yourself. Sounds weird, but narrating your day like, I am making coffee now, or today I feel excited really helps. Or use voice notes on your phone. Describe what you see around you. Even just repeating phrases you hear in movies can build that muscle. Think of it like vocal push-ups.
Vocal push ups. I love that. So, should learners focus on certain topics or just talk about anything?
I'd say start with topics that come up in everyday life, introductions, ordering food, asking for directions, talking about your hobbies. The more relevant it is to your real life, the easier it is to remember and reuse. Plus, it feels more rewarding when you nail a conversation in the wild.
Speaking of introductions, I have a quick challenge for our listeners. Wherever you are, say out loud, hi, my name is, I'm from, and I like, fill in the blanks. Jake, want to give us an example?
Sure. Hi, my name is Jake. I'm from Chicago, and I like biking and really bad puns. C. Easy and a little bit embarrassing, which is perfect. You asked for it. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Jake, that was terrible. But also, listeners, did you notice how natural that intro sounded? That's the goal, simple, confident, and a little bit you.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Record yourself and play it back. It can be cringy at first, but it helps you notice where you're strong and what to tweak.
Let's talk about real life practice. What are some creative ways people can sneak English conversation into their day, even if they're super busy?
Oh, I love this. Try the 1-minute challenge. Set a timer for 60 seconds and talk about anything, your lunch, the weather, your plans for the weekend. Or, if you have a pet, explain your day to them in English. Pets are the best listeners. And if you commute, describe what you see out the window.
I used to talk to my plants in English when I was learning French. They never argued, and they always listened. Highly recommend.
If you want to level up, swap your phone or social media language settings to English. Suddenly, you're practicing without even realizing it. You'll pick up tons of new words just by navigating your apps.
That's a sneaky good tip. So, what about speaking with others? For people who want to connect with English speakers, but don't know where to start, what do you suggest?
Online communities are gold. Apps like Tandem or HelloTalk let you find language partners from all over the world. You can chat, voice call, or even send little audio messages. If you're feeling bold, join an English-speaking club or attend a virtual meetup. There are groups for every hobby, cooking, movies, even knitting.
I joined an online book club last year, and it was so cool hearing different accents and expressions. Plus, everyone's there to learn, so it feels less scary.
Exactly. And don't forget about local opportunities, too. If you're in a city, look for language exchange events at cafes or libraries. Or volunteer. Helping out at community events is a great way to practice conversation while doing good.
Jake, let's get practical. What are some classic English conversation starters that people can use anywhere, anytime?
Oh, you can't go wrong with these. How's your day going? What do you do for fun? Have you been to any good restaurants lately? Or the universal icebreaker, do you have any pets? People love talking about their animals.
That's so true. And if all else fails, just comment on the weather, right? I swear, talking about the weather is a national sport in some English-speaking countries.
Absolutely. Nice weather we're having, isn't it? Opens more doors than you'd think. And if it's raining, can you believe this weather? Works every time.
Okay, let's shift gears. What about building confidence? How do you get rid of that little voice in your head that says, I'm not good enough to speak English?
Confidence is built, not born. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Maybe you ordered coffee and got exactly what you wanted. Boom, that's a win. Or you managed a 3-minute chat with a classmate. Track these moments. I used to keep a language win journal, jotting down every little success. It's a great boost on tough days.
I love that idea. And honestly, sometimes you just have to fake it till you make it. Smile, stand tall, and pretend you're confident. Your brain will catch up.
Totally. And remember, even native speakers mess up. I once said doggy bag in a super fancy restaurant in London, and the waiter looked at me like I'd asked for a souvenir. We laughed about it, and now I'll never forget takeaway box.
Speaking of funny mix-ups, should we share a language fail moment? I've got a good one. So, early in my English learning days, I wanted to compliment my friend's new haircut. I meant to say, you look different. But I said, you look difficult. She laughed so hard. Now, whenever she gets a haircut, she asks, Nina, do I look difficult?
That's fantastic. It just goes to show mistakes can lead to inside jokes and stronger friendships. And hey, listeners, if you've got a funny language fail, send it in. We'd love to share it on the show.
Yes, please. Okay, Jake, let's do a quick audience question. We got an email from Rena in Jakarta. She asks, I always forget words when I speak English. How can I stop getting stuck in conversation?
That's a super common problem, Rena. First, don't panic. If you forget a word, try describing it. For example, if you can't remember umbrella, say, the thing you use when it rains. Most people will help you out. Also, practice paraphrasing, saying things in a different way. Over time, your brain gets better at finding words, even if they're not perfect.
I do that all the time. And honestly, people are usually kind and patient when you're making the effort. Sometimes they're just excited you're speaking their language.
Exactly. And as a bonus, learning filler phrases helps buy you time, like let me think, or what's the word? It gives your brain a moment to catch up.
I love that. Okay, let's do a rapid fire round. I'll say a situation, and you give a phrase our listeners can use. Ready? Nailed it. Listeners, jot those down. They're conversation gold.
And remember, it's not just what you say, but how you say it. Smile, make eye contact, and use a friendly tone. People respond to positive energy.
So true. I always remind myself that conversation is like playing catch. You throw the ball, the other person throws it back. You don't have to do all the talking.
Exactly. Ask questions, show interest, and let the other person share. Sometimes, the best conversations happen when you're listening more than speaking.
Speaking of listening, how important is it in building conversation confidence?
It's huge. Active listening helps you pick up new words, expressions, and even pronunciation. Plus, when you really listen, you can respond more naturally. Think of it as tuning your ear to the music of English.
I like that, tuning your ear. And don't stress about understanding every single word. Context is your friend.
Absolutely. If you miss a word, look for clues, facial expressions, gestures, or the general topic. And if you're lost, it's totally okay to say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "I'm not sure I understood."
Jake, let's talk about pronunciation for a sec. Some learners feel shy because of their accent. What's your take?
Accents are awesome, they tell your story. As long as you're clear and people understand you, that's what matters. The goal isn't to sound native, but to be understood and connect with others. Plus, most people love hearing different accents. It makes conversations more interesting.
Couldn't agree more. And if you want to work on pronunciation, tongue twisters are a fun way to practice. Like, she sells seashells by the seashore.
Or my favorite, red lorry, yellow lorry. Try saying that 5 times fast.
My tongue just gave up. Listeners, give it a try and let us know how you did.
And if you want targeted practice, YouTube has tons of videos breaking down tricky sounds. Mimic the way speakers move their mouth and lips. It's like karaoke, but for speaking.
Love that. Okay, let's talk about connecting with people. How can practicing English conversation help listeners build friendships or even boost their careers?
Oh, the benefits are huge. When you speak confidently, you open doors to new friendships, job opportunities, and travel experiences. For example, I have a friend from Brazil who landed her dream job just because she could chat comfortably in English during the interview. Plus, it makes traveling way more fun. You can ask for recommendations, make new friends, and avoid tourist traps.
And it's so rewarding when you realize you can express your ideas, tell a joke, or share a story in another language. It's like unlocking a superpower.
Absolutely. Plus, the more you practice, the less you worry about mistakes. You start to focus on the connection, not perfection.
That's the sweet spot. Okay, we've covered a ton: daily practice, overcoming nerves, joining conversations, pronunciation, and the power of listening. Jake, any final key tips for our listeners who want to speak English with confidence?
Definitely. First, practice every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. Second, celebrate your progress, not your perfection. Third, use every opportunity. Talk to yourself, your pets, your plants, or new friends online. And finally, remember, confidence grows with every conversation. Don't let fear stop you from connecting.
Love it. And my tip? Be playful. Try new phrases, make jokes, laugh at your mistakes. English is a tool for connection, not a test you have to ace.
Well said, Nina. And to all our listeners out there, we believe in you. Every conversation is a victory.
Before we wrap up, remember, if you enjoyed today's episode, follow us, share with a friend, and subscribe so you never miss a tip. And send us your funniest language fails. We want to laugh with you.
Thanks for joining us on Everyday English with Jake and Nina. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and we'll see you next time.